Hey y'all, it's Tay, and I am here for take two in another studio. Okay, start over. Nah, that's what he just told us. But anyway, so today in the studio, I am by myself. Well, not really. I have such a special guest with me today. I have, let's give her a proper introduction. The Bianca Knight in here with me, Olympic Gold Medalist, right? And y'all, we finna get into the things, all of the stuff, everything, right? Okay, so let's do it. So let's talk about it, girl. What's up?
I can't call it.
I am so tickled. But yes, I'm excited. Okay, I'm really excited to have you here with us today. Thank you for gracing us with your time and your presence.
Thanks for having me.
Of course. So, what inspired this media run that you've been on this week?
Well, you know, I have this camp every year. This is my third year having it, actually. And I've been doing stuff since 2017 back home. But every time I come home, when I get home, people say, I didn't know you had a camp. I didn't know you was doing this. I didn't know you was doing that. So this was my, you know what? I'm making sure y'all can't never say that again. I make sure you can never say that you didn't know. So.
Yes. And I'm very, very glad that you decided to stop here with us. Super excited about that, right?
You're welcome.
Okay, so let's get into it. What started this? Like the whole becoming of Bianca Knight, the Bianca Knight.
To be honest, I came from a very athletic family, so I was definitely that kid that was always outside with no shoes on, racing in the road. Actually, them horse shows, you know, I guess the kids then took them and called them trail rides.
Yeah, they trail rides.
We was at real horse shows where they betting on them horses and all the things, and in the middle of all of that, they would actually put money on the kids. They would actually
So really?
Children's foot race. And
wow.
Baby, I'm talking about undefeated.
You
undefeated.
Well,
Boys,
I mean, I
girls,
believe
didn't
it.
matter. So honestly, I've been running for a really, really long time.
Okay, so I know that like all the history basically leads us to Pearl, Mississippi, where you're from, right? But how did you end up graduating from Ridgeland?
Because I was kicked off the track team at Pearl. I was kicked off the track team at Pearl the summer of the 8th grade going into high school because the coach wanted me to stop running club track. He said I performed much better during club track and they getting all of the credit for how well you doing. We get you in shape all year just for you to go out there and run so fast with them. If you don't stop, we gonna kick you out the track team. And of course, it's kind of like, you know, I won my first state championship as a 7th grader at 13 with Pearl. So
good.
it's kind of like, and I became the class 4A record holder at that time too. So it's like, why would you kick me off the team?
Exactly.
But sure enough, I showed up and it was not on my schedule. He kicked me off the team, and my mom said, "Okay, well, we already leaving Ridgeland anyway, so let's just go to Ridgeland High School." And they didn't even have a track, so you know, me being me is like, I don't want to go to Ridgeland.
So, was it a real big adjustment for you? Like, I mean, it's a skip and a hop, but still kind of different.
The adjustment wasn't track itself. I could have continued to run for club. So he didn't take track away from me. He took away from me being with my family. I grew up in Pearl. Everybody at that school is my cousin pretty much. And all of my cousins and aunties and uncles graduated from Pearl. So he actually took away me being able to graduate from the same place that all of my family members graduated from. And you know how it is usually in sports when one person opened the door, everybody else opened. You open up the door for other people. So I always think about what could have happened to my cousins or my friends that could have been state champions alongside me and traveled with me. Like scholarship offers could have came to them as well. You know, that's just how it go. I could have been a package deal.
Yeah.
You know, like, yeah, I'll sign with you, but my cousin got to come or my homegirl got to come. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a real thing. So he kind of took the ability away from me to create a better situation for other people around me too.
Dang. Okay, so like with the whole aspect of like, you know, wishing that you could have pioneered any, like, you know, moving forward with your friends and your family, your cousins or whatever. Like, did they go to the next level as well, or like what was that like for them?
A few did, but I was like one of the few in my family that enjoyed track. Like you said off camera, you was like, girl, who like running?
Yeah, don't nobody like running.
Didn't like running, but I don't think they understood how much you could get from it. Though it could have made them better for football. It could have made them better for baseball. It could have made them so much better for the other
a lot
sports
of conditioning
that they did too. It's very good conditioning. So I think that they went as far as they wanted to go in other things. They went on to be successful, you know, just regular students or student athletes and something else. But that's just a personal thing. I don't think it made or broke anybody, but I just always think about how I could have opened doors for other people by being a package deal.
Yeah, definitely like a whole butterfly effect kind of moment, like having you thinking, what if?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you could, well, I know you can't think back because I'm talking like, oh, you're so old, but you're not even old. Like, that's crazy. So thinking back, who was the first person to like truly believe in your athletic abilities?
To be honest, all of my family members kind of knew that I was an athlete, but the coach at Jackson State at the time was Edmund Donald. He's passed now. He was the first one that saw me. Mississippi used to have a wooden bank track in the Coliseum that all the kids used to go run on. A lot of people don't remember it, but I'm telling you, tear that track up. So we used to go in there, and he saw me running at a track meet, and he found my mom, and he was like, has this little girl ever ran track before? And my mama told him no. Like, this is just natural talent. This is what she does. And he said, well, bring her out to Hughes Field. That's where we practiced at the time. And he was like, I just want to see, I just want to see something. And he was like, Bianca, just go out here and run around this track right quick. And I ran all the way around the track. And the history of that is that same year I was introduced to track, I went to the Junior Olympics and came back with 2 second place and a third. And it was like, you just ran, and I didn't know anything about track. So, and for every summer until I graduated high school and then 2016, really. So from 2001 to 2016, I was running.
And see, like, I think you just kind of, well, it's no thing. You definitely just taught me something because, like, you have the AAU for basketball. You have, like, the different training things for, like, all the other sports. But I didn't know that it was something like that for track.
Most people didn't. I didn't. So I did because I played softball and I did basketball. But track was my last sport. Like, that was the last sport that I was like, oh, okay, let me try it then.
Now, was you good at them other sports, too?
It was. I was an athlete. I was really good at every sport. And it was just about me choosing the one that I wanted to go further in. And I enjoyed track. It's an individual sport. It's team, but it's individual. Yeah. And I like the discipline that it takes to do a sport like track and field. And I didn't like losing. And with basketball and softball and all the other sports, you got to depend on other people.
Yeah, you lose as a team.
You can lose as a team. And I ain't like that. So I was like, you know what? I think I'm going to pick track because I'm in control. If I
right. That's a valid one.
Yeah. Because I would hate to. Could you imagine being up by 10, 15 points? And I couldn't. No.
When you put it like that, though, like no lies
told. You can play 4 quarters and then somebody go out there and fumble or turn the ball over and you just like. Yeah. So I didn't have to deal with it.
I did cheer. I wasn't like a athlete like you. But I feel like that by group projects. Baby, can I be with myself?
Right.
I don't want to work with nobody, actually. Okay, so, you've been to the Junior Olympics. Mm-hmm. All right, you started your journey every summer doing track and field. Mm-hmm. I know you did track, but did you do any, like, field games too?
I tried to do the long jump at one point, but I didn't really like that. I didn't really like it, but I did explore it, didn't like it, so I was like, I'm gonna just stay on the track.
Yeah, you found your thing and that's it. Okay, that's cool. So I know you just mentioned like the discipline. Mm-hmm. All right, so let's talk about discipline because high school is like, that's when we just young and we wild and we young and free, right? Mm-hmm. Reckless. Like, how did you maintain that discipline to be able to go to the next level?
I was one of those kids who always saw the bigger picture, to be honest. And because I was in the newspaper very, very early in life, a lot of kids didn't like me. They didn't want to be friends with me.
Really?
Yeah.
Not y'all. I ain't gonna curse. Not y'all were hating.
Well, looking in hindsight, it was bullying a little bit because, when you are the popular kid, everybody wants to make you feel like, whatever, you're not popular to us. Mm-hmm. So that actually helped me develop that whole, I don't need no friends anyway. I don't need to deal. Y'all ain't got nothing going on that I want to be a part of that bad. So it was easy for me to choose something that honestly was choosing me back. Like track really, really liked me. Like track really makes me heavy. I ain't really lose too many races. So so I'm like, okay, it like me, I like it back, let's do that. And then I got to travel. I have friends all around the world now because track took me out of the country for the first time at 15. I went I competed in Africa while I was in high school. Ooh. So I loved it. Like, I wasn't missing out on anything that everybody else was doing. I was like, y'all at the movies, baby. I am in Morocco.
Exactly. So. Baby, a passport early.
Yeah.
I wonder, and this is a little off subject, but I wonder how that coach feel from Pearl, looking back at this stuff now and like seeing who you actually became due to what he did.
But it's because he knew where I was going, and he wanted to be because he wanted to be the one to get the credit. So he was that, and that's the thing about talented athletes. You have people who prey on that early, so that when you make it, you made it because of them.
And then now you owe them something.
Yeah,
it makes sense.
Yeah, man. I mean, I was a kid at the time. He had nothing to do with me, so I forgave the situation. It is what it is. Like you said, you got to look back at it and kick yourself because we could have went on a crazy run at Pearl.
God.
Like the craziest, but. Ridgely made history, though. I don't think it'll be another school in the world to do what we did. We won state with 5 girls on Pearl track.
That was the whole team?
5 girls, though.
No way.
4A.
No way.
Ooh.
And we have no field events, no distance events. Straight track. Because, again, it was another thing to their advantage. Nobody really cared about track for real in Mississippi. So the bigger schools who were winning did not change that rule where you could only have 4 events like they do now. They were allowing us to do 6. So I did the 100, 200, 400, 4x1, 4x2, and the 4x4.
My God. See, y'all. I told y'all she loved running.
And we won with 5 girls because I won all 3 open sprints. I had 2 girls in each. Well, I had another girl from Ridgely in each one of those events to get points as well. And then we won all the relays.
My God.
I think I scored 52
Smoking
of the
them.
64 points we had. I scored 52 on them.
Okay. All right. History. Y'all, this is history right here. Like, this is, first of all, I feel like I'm really her simply because not a lot of y'all can say that y'all done talked to an Olympic gold medalist. Period.
That's a fact.
But guess what I'm doing? All right. Anyway.
That's a fact. You know, I do tell people that. I was like,
Yes.
y'all really don't understand. It's like, you can meet a lot of people that went to the NBA or the NFL because honestly, you're just making a roster with them. You are not going to meet a lot of people that has been to the Olympics because
Baby.
you have to make that team, and you definitely not going to meet a lot that actually has a medal and a gold one.
Period.
Like you don't, in track or not track, basketball, football. If you make it to the Super Bowl, you ain't got to touch. You ain't got to
touch the field, baby.
And
You
you
can be on
gonna
the
get that
beach.
ring.
You get the ring. You are exactly
Not
right.
with the Olympics. You have to get on that track to get that medal.
Period.
You
So, okay. Glad you said it too. All right. So before we get like any further into anything else, I do want to talk about your college career too. Like, okay, who all offered you scholarships?
Everybody.
And what made you choose Texas?
You know what? I wanted to go where everybody else didn't choose. I was the only one that signed with Texas that year.
Damn.
I grew up with that solo attention on the track that when I got to school, I still wanted that. I didn't want to come in with no huge class. I wanted to come in dolo.
And you know what? I like that.
Yeah.
I like that a lot, actually. Like, who want to do the same thing everybody else doing?
Yeah, and then, I don't know, I felt like, again, our quality was a part of an interview that I did yesterday. Y'all don't understand, like, how, like, just pushed out of things I was growing up, and nobody wanted to be a part of anything with me, really. So I was dolo most of the time. So now I kind of want to do that. Like, that's just how I like to be. I got private social media. You can't find nothing when you Google me. Ain't nothing interesting about what I got going on because I'm a very, like, to myself person. Like,
and that's good.
Yeah, so going to Texas by myself was like right on brand for me. And like, all right, I'm dolo, it's cool. I like that.
So what, okay, I know that you said that you did work heavily with like a coach that was at Jackson State at that time. But why did you not sign with Jackson State?
You know, I couldn't. You saw what happened when Dion came to Jackson State. They ended up on probation almost immediately because they start trying to find things. So what would have happened if I would have went there, they would have said Jackson State groomed me to go there because I trained on that campus for a really long time.
Dang.
So I did get them an official visit. Out of the 5 schools that I could go official, I picked JSU, LSU, Kentucky, Southern Cal, and Texas. That was my big 5. So I did get them an official visit, stayed on campus with the soups with them, all kind of stuff. Like, I really did get them a full weekend, and they put my pictures everywhere so people can know that there was a school I was interested in.
Right.
But they would have suspended Jackson State for sure if I would have went there because that coach, he had been my coach since I was 12 years old.
Yeah. Dang, that's kind of like bittersweet though, because
Yeah.
it's like you kind of want to stick with the home team, but I do understand why not. Like, yeah. So your journey throughout Texas, how was that for you?
I actually turned pro my freshman year.
So let's talk about it.
It was horrible. I got there, and again, the girls saw me as competition, and they didn't embrace me.
Instead of teammates?
Yeah. Which I kind of get it because track is individual now. So
Yeah.
even though I'm on your team, I still need to beat you.
Yeah.
So, but I still thought a little bit of, oh, wow, this is the first time I'm going to have a team. Like, it's going to be lit. And it was like, yeah, psych. Your competition. And coming in as a freshman, you know, I'm far away from home. I ain't no family out there. So I was looking for them to, you know, fill
embrace
that gap.
you. Yeah.
So I actually wanted to transfer, but I was talking to my mama about it, and it was like, well, you got a decision to make. Like, it's too, you just started school. You can't transfer now. You're going to be ineligible wherever you go because schooling already started. So I locked in. I ain't come home for the Christmas break or nothing. I was like, I'm training all break. And when I came back after the break, I broke the collegiate record in 200 indoors.
So I got that wrote down, but but I wanted to ask you too, like as far as conditioning and everything goes, like training and conditioning, especially diet. What does that look like whenever you're like locked in, like how you were locked in?
I will say that we burn so many calories from the type of training that we do that we're always in a calorie deficit. So whatever you eating, it's really fine. It's really fine. It's only until you start getting older and all the things in the sport where you like, all right, well I gotta, you know, chill out just a little bit. But young days, I would literally leave practice and go to McDonald's or go to Marble Slab. Like, I really love stuff like that.
I sure miss me some Marble Slab.
Yeah, so I was never really that strict on myself. And a lot of people think that that's crazy. But I've always thought I was bigger than just sports and stuff like that. Like, I think I'm a cool person. I'm a good person. I'm a great business person, all of the things. So I was always just one of those people that I'm not going to be that strict on myself about what I'm eating and what I'm doing. Like, it's never that serious. Like, it's not that deep for me. So, and people always say, think about how good you could have been. I'm like, I was good as I needed to be.
Baby, because, all right, do I need to read off the, all right, because, yeah, you were great. Not good, yeah, because you did, yeah. I got that right here, 200-meter record as a freshman.
Yeah, and it stayed for 10 years.
So let's talk about the Adidas endorsement that you had too. Like, how does that happen? How does that even work?
So with track, you get shoe deals.
Okay.
So you're either gonna get Adidas, Puma, Asics, Nike. It's a shoe deal.
Right.
And when I broke the collegiate record, that just so happened at the time to be the fastest time in the world at that time.
Yep.
So
I got that down too.
So the agents, like, they're there at national track meets. It was national, so I broke the record, and that night I was signing a 6-figure deal with Adidas to go run for them.
Like, okay, so with it, okay, you come from Mississippi, you go to Texas, you're solo, you're by yourself, no friends really for the most part. You get all of this money. What do you do?
Got my coach a car.
Okay.
My coach car had broke down, so I was like, "Hey, you good? Like, you can have it or whatever." Before that, because getting a check takes a process when you first get it. It takes like a month or two when they getting ready to do all the stuff, but they give you some money right away, and I gave it to my coach immediately. I ain't ever really wanted much. I'm Mississippi through and through, for real. Like, I really feel like as long as I got people around me that actually like me, like, I'm rich. Like, I'm really, really rich, because you can have a lot of money and people don't really like you at all.
Baby, and that's why these people be out here sad and rich.
Very, very sad.
That's so true.
So, I never looked at it as anything other than, okay, what can I do to make sure, you know, everybody around me good? And that's pretty much it.
And then too, I think it goes into like one of those things is like you want to take care of the people who took care of you. You know what I'm saying? Like no one will ever have to know everything that your coach poured into you outside of track.
My coach moved. Like, one of my coach that ended up being my professional coach, he was an assistant coach at Jackson State. When I signed with Texas, he moved to Texas.
You see what I'm saying? Like,
that man left his everything here and was like, look, Bianca gonna need somebody out here because we know she ain't gonna be in college long. Because they saw the talent as well. Of course, I didn't know that, But that's when you find out people be talking behind your back. Like your mama and I don't know. Like,
yeah,
she ain't gonna be that
in
long.
cahoots.
But yeah, he came, and that's why I didn't have to go home for Christmas break, because I was like, you know what, I'm gonna just keep training. I'm gonna just keep training and change my situation, because I didn't like the school. And I was like, either I'm gonna transfer or I'm gonna go pro, one of the two.
So, okay, so you know how, like, it's the whole thing with the Pearl coach, like, getting upset and because someone else would get the credit. How did the coaches in Texas feel once you actually left? Like, did anybody try to, like, embrace you and tell you, look, let's do this, let's get through this? Girl. Like, we'll work with you, we'll help you? No.
And I think, and that was my first time experiencing a female coach as well in Texas. And it was kind of like, it was different. It was different. It almost felt like a break you down and build you up type of mentality.
Like sorority type stuff.
And I've never been that type of athlete. Yeah. All you gotta do is say, Bianca, this is what I need you to do, and I'm gonna go do it. Yeah. I don't like to lose, and I understand 1 + 1 = 2. If you want to get to 2, you need to do this. Like, I never thought that you can have everything for nothing. Yeah. So I didn't understand that, and we just didn't mesh well with that, because you don't have to talk crazy to me. You don't have to try to break me down like I'm good. So she felt like I was unruly. So I would come to practice sometimes and nobody would talk to me at all.
That is crazy.
Because it was kind of like, I'm going to show you. Like, until you do what I want you to do, I'm going to make sure that it's very uncomfortable for you. And it's like, she don't know my background. Like, girl, I'm used to people not talking to me anyway. It's like,
so they walk past me every day at school.
They walk past me every day at school. Like, girl, this is right up my alley. So it didn't really faze me to the point where I wanted to quit, or I was sad or crying and didn't know what to do. I knew how to handle it. It's like, I know how to handle it. I ain't gonna either. I'm gonna be here. Not gonna be here one way or the other. So it's cool.
And then too, I think what people really don't realize is, like, disassociating yourself from people, and like, it creates a dog in them.
Very much.
Like, you got that dog in you because people mistreated you everywhere you went. Yep. That is insane. Okay, so forget about them and let's go on. Let's move on. So let's talk about
cuss too, by the way.
I ain't gonna cuss because it might be little kids watching. Hey, y'all.
That's true.
I ain't gonna curse.
Okay. You doing good.
Because baby, I curse real bad. So, like, okay, how do you actually become professional when it, like, in track? I didn't know that was a true thing either.
Well, you sign the deal, because it is a lot of people who they run post collegiate, but that doesn't mean that they're professional athletes. So there is one of those things in track where you don't know who's the professional and who's not. But I was a professional. I did sign a deal to actually compete for Adidas, and that's pretty much it. I signed a 7-year deal with them out of college.
And did you, well, if it was a deal, it was a contract, so you had to complete the 7 years.
It was work.
Okay, so, and with that, let's get to the grand scheme of things. How do we get to the Olympics? What do we do? What did that look like for you?
Well, you go to the Olympic trials, of course, and at the Olympic trials, if you are top 5 in almost any of the sprints, then you can make what they call the relay pool. That's how I made it. Okay. 2012 was actually the worst year of my life, just in general. Like, I was feeling like I wanted to be done with track and all of the things, just because I was tired. I was tired mentally, physically, all the things. So that was one of those seasons where I was just pushing through an injury and all of that. So I went to the Olympic trials. I got 5th in the 100, but I made the relay pool. But with the relay pool, that's not a guarantee. That's just saying, like, all right, you ran fast enough that we're going to take 8 people. Well, consider 8 people to take over to the Olympics, and you one of the 8. But after like a week or two, I really wasn't one of the 8. So I wasn't supposed. Let me not say I wasn't supposed to go to the Olympics, because obviously I was. I was supposed to go to the Olympics, but I was not one of those 8 that was chosen.
And how did you get there then?
So we went to Monaco, most beautiful place in the world.
Sounds beautiful.
It's beautiful.
So I would love to go.
So we went to Monaco because I had a regular season track meet there. Again, even after you try for the Olympics or World Championships, your regular season continues until you get ready to go to the Olympics or World Championships. So I was in Monaco training for the 200, and the relay team was there doing relay camp with the 8 girls that they selected. 2 of the girls ran into each other and got hurt. And they was like, well, who's here? And they just so happened to get hurt on 3rd leg, crazy work.
And so that's you all day.
And rewind, we had broke the pin relays record. Me and the girls had broke the world record in April. So they already knew I was a good fit for the team. Mm-hmm. But anyway, when the girls got hurt, they were like, who's here that can replace these people? And they were like, well, Bianca is here. Mind you, I ain't did no handoffs with them. I ain't been doing nothing with them because I was not one of the girls.
Right.
And they came up to me and they was like, hey, can you fill in for third? Like, I know you here for, some other stuff, but
we would
can
love
you
to
do
have
it?
you.
And I was like, yeah. So that was one of those moments too where I could have had a chip on my shoulder, like, nah, like I wasn't one of the ones. Y'all didn't pick me, so it is what it is. I ain't did no handouts with them. I ain't did nothing with them, and y'all just want to throw me in there like that or whatever. But I was just like, okay. Like, who's giving it to me and who am I giving it to?
Yeah.
And then they told me, and I was like, okay. And that's like, you need some steps. So I was like, no. I had really good relay IQ. Like, I studied the people that I ran with well enough to know, I'm like, I know how she runs, so I know when I need to go. Like, it's cool. So I was on the B team. The 4 girls that they initially wanted to run for the Olympics, they were on the A team. They dropped the stick. What leg they drop it on?
Third.
They dropped it on third leg.
God,
and B team won. We won.
God is something, ain't it?
So the 3 girls that I ran with at the Olympics went to the head coach and was like, we ain't going to London without Bianca.
Okay.
We ain't going to London without Bianca.
So let's press pause on London. We're going to get there. We're going to get there. We slow cooking. Let's go back to the injury that you you had. What kind of injury was it?
I tore my hamstring. And all my injuries were so terrible. Like, I done tore my hamstring in 2009. I almost broke my femur. Because, as you can see, I'm not no little small girl. So when I was running, like, I put a lot of impact on my bones. And my body could not hold up for it sometimes or whatever. And there's nothing in particular that I was doing. It's just a high stress sport or whatever. And the type of training we going through is a lot. So I hurt my hamstring and just was still dealing with just lingering injuries. Once you get injured, you can always deal with the injury later on.
Yeah.
Like, you just can always deal with it.
So how is it that, like, you're able to keep that same, I guess, like, tenacity and that momentum to want to continue after an injury that's, because it sounds severe to me because I don't run.
But it's a part of it.
Yeah.
It's a part of it. It's just like, y'all go 2 or 3 weeks without getting guests on the podcast, you gonna stop?
Nah.
It's a part. It's a part of it.
Right.
It's a part. It don't matter what it is. It's a part of it. Like, you're going to have a slow season or you're going to have a season where it's like, man, I don't even know if I should be.
Yeah.
But remember why you doing it. Like, nah, I remember when it was good too, though. So it can get back. It always can get back to that. So,
definitely.
Yeah, so when you get hurt, it's just like, you know what, I know I can get back there. So it's cool.
Okay, so did you ever do, like, any sports psychology type stuff?
I did.
Like, okay, let's talk about that. Okay, because I didn't know that was a thing until I was in school and I wanted to do business management, right? But like an emphasis in the sports world. I didn't know what I wanted to do, but I know I wanted to be like within the sports world. And I took some course, I don't even know what the course was, but it talked about like how people or athletes actually go to like psychology for. Talk about that. Let's talk about that.
Because like you said, some people, when they get injured, they don't come back.
Yeah, they don't bounce back from it.
And you know, the suicide rate in athletes when they retire is really, really high.
Yes.
Like, it's a really big thing of people not knowing what to do without the sport. So I always tell people it was a gift and a curse the way people treated me growing up, because they actually made me feel like I wasn't doing nothing special. You ain't doing nothing special. So track was never my main thing. It was like, I got to be somebody outside of this. Like, I have to make sure that I'm somebody outside of this. So when things would get rough for me, it would just be like, oh, well, you know. Oh, well, like it could roll off my shoulder and it never felt like the end of the world. Okay. The only time it started feeling like the end of the world is when I would think like, dang, I ain't even got really nobody to kick it with for real though. Like, when I do stop doing this, I don't know who around me for what.
Yeah.
So there was a time in there where I was like, man, I really don't want track to end for a little while because I just want to. I like this. I like traveling and I like
still just being in the loop.
Like exactly. Yeah. So I had that for a little while, and that's when I started speaking to a sports psychologist.
And I mean, like, it's. To me, just like being from the outside looking in on like the stories that you're telling me, it seems like you had already made yourself mentally tough anyways, you know, due to all of the mistreatment that you had gotten. So, I mean, did he or she do a good job? Because I think you was already kind of built for it too.
They did do a good job because it's sometimes, I will say, you're really, really mentally strong people, we suppress a lot of things.
That's very true.
We really do suppress a lot. And we don't realize it until something comes up.
Yep.
So I think that they help you sort through the things when they come up.
That's true.
And when I was in Texas by myself, and I remember it was Christmas time, and didn't nobody give me no gifts. Didn't nobody send me no texts. But of course, I sent everybody gifts. Send everybody money, make sure everybody good. And I'm like, dang, I ain't get nothing. So then that's when you start thinking like, hold on. I don't think it's supposed to be like that though.
It's not.
And people don't realize that, man, look, I'm training every day. It's something as simple as a little card to go, let me go get a massage or something, or making sure like, oh, okay, well, where you like to eat lunch at? Give me a little gift card for lunch. People used to think that, oh, well, you can do it all on your own. Like you can get whatever you want, you can get it yourself. So why would we get you anything? And it's like, that's not the point.
Yeah, it's thoughtfulness. Like
it's
just
so
so important.
Yeah, like, yeah, don't nobody call and check on, like, nobody calls and check on a person that they feel like got it all together.
Nope.
So I will say that's when I was like, okay, I do have a problem. That's why I don't like people now. So, but I had suppressed it for real because I'm really used to it. You right. If I want something, I'm going to go get it anyway.
Yes.
But dang, it's Christmas. Yeah. And my birthday a week after Christmas. So it's like, y'all ain't giving me none. Like, that's crazy. So, I don't know. I had to sort through that for a little while.
Yeah. The people who kind of are like mentally tough like that, you don't realize, like you said, until something happens that you what my therapist called it, decompartmentalize. Like you have different filing cabinets where you just done stuff in, and like you don't realize it until you done blew up, and it's like, dang.
I did not have to snap on them like that.
But I probably did though, actually.
I did, but I shouldn't have done that. Like I shouldn't have done that. But but you grow through it, and I grew through it, so it is what it is.
Period. Okay, so let's get to the big stuff. The Olympics. Okay, so all right, now you're here, right? What was London like?
London, I had been going there for 5 years already, but it was a part of our regular season.
Baby, listen, she is well traveled, okay?
For real.
All right.
On my second passport, I done filled it up with pages and got a whole new one. Like,
baby, I need to live a little more.
But it was all because of trade.
Yeah.
It was all because of trade.
It's a blessing, though. It truly is a blessing. Okay, so Miss, I hadn't already been there 5 times.
Yeah, for real.
So it was nothing new to you. The girls that you ran with, do you feel like that was a more welcoming family?
Well, we all that was there for business, for real.
Yeah.
And all those girls lived in California. Two lived in California and one was in Florida. So it's not like we was kicking or anything. We made the Olympic team together. When we got to the Olympic Village, we trained with each other a few times, but we ain't really, like they were there to handle their business and I was there to handle my business, and that was.
And you know what? You really can't be mad at it. And then too, they were probably the same way as you. Like they probably had the same kind of background as you, so they didn't really know how to, embrace and hang.
We actually do have, like, Allison turned pro out of high school, so she definitely never had a team. She went straight pro out of high school. Tiana, she was always really good. She went to Tennessee, but she was a jumper. So she was she won her first medal in 2005 in the long jump. So she was a jumper. And then Carmelita went to she went to San Domingo. I think that's a D3, D2. So all of us literally had completely different backgrounds, but those of which, like, we had to go get it. Like, we really did have to go get it, and we had to do it dolo. So we definitely all had the same attitude in terms of, like, man, I'm here to handle business. Like, you know what you're supposed to be doing. I know what I'm supposed to be doing. I see you on the track.
Period. So, and then, like, with do you feel like it's added pressure? Like, when you're out there, like, with the USA, like, representing your country, do you feel like it's a bigger pressure than just a typical track meet, or did you treat it the same as you did the others?
Oh, it depends on how you look at it.
Yeah.
Relay teams, especially for the U.S., have always had like a reputation of dropping the stick. So you always got to look online and see people saying, well, we hope they get to stick around. We hope they get to stick around. Things like that. But again, I ain't never really just been a social media person, so I didn't really get to see all that. The only pressure I felt was, let me go out here and handle business. That's pretty much it. Like, the work done been put in. Just finish the job.
Gotta perform. Yeah. And then, like you said, social media, that was 2012, right?
Mm-hmm.
That was like at the height where Instagram had first became like super popular
Yeah,
too.
when
so,
them filters still wasn't even
was
no filter.
fuzzy.
Yeah,
Everything fuzzy.
It was
yeah.
nothing, and people would just post random stuff. wasn't for likes, wasn't for none of these.
it was fun.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, it was fun.
I'm glad I got to be a part of these. I'm so glad I got to be a part
Before
of
it became a photo shoot for everything.
On the steady.
Right?
Like, oh my God. So
Okay, so being out there representing your country, like, how did that make you feel, like, representation wise, I'll say?
I did it for the first time at 15. It felt very much normal. Very much normal.
Yeah, this lady different. This lady is different, okay?
Yeah. It's
Cause
almost one of those
normal.
things because I did it at 15 when I went to represent us at World Youth Championships, and I won.
Yeah.
I won. I came back. I had the highest medal count. I had 2 golds and a silver. That was the highest a youth athlete had ever came back for Team USA. So I came back, did that, and then my senior year of high school, I went to Puerto Rico. They was trying a new games. I went to Brazil in high school. Yeah.
You done been everywhere. What? Tell me what country you hadn't been to.
Australia.
Really?
That's the only one.
Aussie?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, I represented us on 5 teams between high school and professional. I represented us on 5 teams.
Dang. Okay. Wow.
Yeah, people just talk about the Olympics and World Championships, but I made teams way before that.
Period. Because my research shows that you had 23 overall state titles, 15 of those were individual, and while you were at the 2012 London Olympics, y'all broke a 27-year world record by completing the race in 40.82 seconds.
We the first and only women to break 41. Ain't
Still
nobody
to this
did-
day.
To this day.
Man,
That record was older than me. I was 24.
to this day, y'all.
Yeah.
You were how old? 22?
24.
24. Okay.
So I didn't even know what the record was. Because it was older than me.
Yeah. Ooh, wee, y'all, listen. Okay. Is there a specific childhood memory that you can think of that had you to where you were like, I gotta go to the Olympics? No?
I never watched the Olympics growing up.
Really? Not even Michael Phelps?
I still, to this day,
you were older
do
at that
not
point, too.
watch sports. I don't like watching sports on TV.
Wow.
And everybody said it was like, but you play sports. I'm like, that's probably why I didn't care to watch it.
That makes sense too. God.
So never watched the Olympics.
Dang.
Yep, until I went to it. So and I'm telling y'all, I think all of that stuff helped me really because I didn't do all of that goal setting that everybody else was.
Yeah.
You know how football, they be like, yeah, I want to go to the league. NBA, oh, you want to go to the league. They don't think about all of the in between that gotta happen.
It's literally just the end goal.
Yes, that's the end goal. So they want to skip the stuff that gotta happen in between. But I was very much involved in the process of the in between because I was always where I was. Like I'm in high school, I'm running in high school. I'm in college, I'm running in college. I'm pro right now, I'm running professionally into the Olympic year. It is what it is. I am where I am. So,
and that's good because I feel like with us as humans, honestly, especially in this digital age of social media, I feel like a lot of us have like so much trouble just being planted. Like we're so focused on the bloom and not realizing like the whole process of like the growth that you get to endure before the bloom. Like, I don't know if that makes sense.
No, it does, because I didn't get
came up with that off the top too. So
I didn't get like that until when it became a job. Then I had to foreshadow a lot.
Yeah,
and I realized I didn't like that because I'm always thinking about what I need to get done in the future because of this contract, and it took me out of where I was right now.
Yeah,
and I was like, I don't like that. Like I don't like this at all. So yeah, and I always tell kids that's my biggest advice that I give them. I'm like, man, just be where you at. You gonna get there. That's the end goal you looking at. You can't skip A, B, and C and just jump to Z. Like you have to do the stuff in between. You can't skip.
And you know what? Like even as an adult right now, I feel like that's something I needed to hear in this moment too. So thank you for that.
It's a process.
Truly,
you can't skip the process. It's like you was like, man, this podcast we should be. We just started, boo.
That's true.
Like it's gonna get there.
Period.
But not if you rush it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Baby, we slow cooking in this thing.
Slow cooking. Very Mississippi. We
Babe.
slow cookers in general.
Baby.
But
pull
that
out
slow
your crock
cook,
pot.
hey, and it lasts the longest though. Them quick meals and all that stuff. I mean, they good for the time being, but that food that slow cook lasts for a long
Baby,
time.
I can't wait to cook a pot roast this weekend. Okay, so after the win, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about life after the gold medal.
Mm-hmm.
What is that like? Like, how much pride? Because, okay, are you like a really patriotic black person? Mm-mm. Okay, so it's not like it brought you so much pride to represent your country type thing?
I mean, usually us, we kind of look at it like we represent us.
Period.
Yeah,
I was waiting on you to say
yeah,
it. Okay.
like I'm representing for sure, but I'm representing everybody look like me.
Baby.
Yeah.
Okay, root for everybody black.
Yeah.
All the time. All right, so what's the biggest misconception after the win that you think people have?
Then, you just this celebrity, you ain't gotta pay for them, you go nowhere, everybody rolling out the red carpet, everybody. Like, yeah, maybe if you went to the NFL or the NBA. Anything outside of that, they don't even care because the Olympics every 4 years, and that's how the people look at it every 4 years, even though, like I just told you, I done made 5 teams. They only care about the Olympic window. Mm-hmm. And it's like,
it's bigger than just that.
It's bigger than that.
But I feel like that's, I guess people feel like that's the biggest thing. Like, that's the biggest stage.
But the crazy part is the Olympics, it started out as an amateur sport, meaning they didn't pay people to go to the Olympics. That was like something you did off the muscle. That wasn't just, okay, all right, we got this Olympics, everybody pick some people from their country to go represent for the free. Mm-hmm. So it's like it's the biggest thing, but it's the cheapest one.
Mm-hmm. I had to do research on that too.
Yes.
On how the Olympics started whenever I was,
it was an amateur athletic union.
Yeah, that's true.
They was getting paid in cars and cigars. No money.
No money.
So yeah, it's like it's the biggest one, but World Championship, they break you bread. Like that's the one in your regular season you getting paid. The Olympics is all right, y'all, it's the 4 years now. Let's go ahead and go over there. And like you said, it's because it's so rare. It is the most notable one because the whole world is there. Right. The whole world don't go to the World Championships.
That's true.
But the whole world goes to the Olympics, so that's why.
So you said people feel like you just rolling in the dough. Like, okay, whenever you actually win, because like, was the Olympics just last year?
Yeah, but COVID messed a lot of stuff up. So what they did is it was supposed to be 2020 Tokyo. Yeah, Yeah, 28 in California.
Okay.
28
Mm-hmm.
So forget all of that. Have you ever met Sha'Carri?
I'm much older than her, so no.
No, dang. Like y'all ain't got like no like Olympic Gold Metalist union or nothing like that. Where like, dang, for real. In my mind, that's the thing. In my mind,
it's so individual. Like it's very individual. Damn. We don't have no like, all right, yeah, everybody, so let's meet up. No.
Yeah, like in my mind, y'all all were like.
No, I met her on Zoom. Like when they were at the Olympics, getting ready to. Of course, they're trying to break the world record.
Right.
So they brought all of us in to talk about, the makings of a world record and tell them, we got our talent pool deep. Mm-hmm. We can break the world record every time we step on the track with the talent pool that we have in the U.S. It's just like, y'all got to get out y'all own way. Y'all got to
stay off the internet.
And stay off the internet. But they trying, and then they look good, and they always look good, and everybody cannot. Because I was the only girl on our relay that never broke 11 seconds before, so they think that you need so much speed. I'm like, nah, you need some chemistry. I ain't never break it open, but I did it on that relay. All us ran 10 songs.
Baby, again, she like running.
Love running,
baby. Okay, so life after the Olympics. I know now that you are an assistant track coach. Is that still a thing? Yes.
Yep. Mm-hmm. I'm still coaching at Queen's University in Charlotte.
Okay. Now, how long was it after the Olympics that you actually started coaching there?
Ooh, because I didn't retire until 2016.
Oh, that.
And it's on my 4th season coaching. I just started coaching. I normally just would volunteer. I volunteered at high schools, and I've always been a person that'll come in and answer any question kids want, work with kids. I've been doing that since 2017.
So is that when you started the Bianca Knight Foundation? Mm-hmm. Okay, in 2017. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so what did you do after you won the gold medal? You just continued to run professionally?
Just chilled.
You chilled?
I ran about 2 more years, and I was like, you know what? I'm tired of this, Grandpa.
Well, that's too damn bad. You better be.
And I got 2 boys, and I had kids.
Okay.
So
how old are your kids?
10. I have 11-year-old next week, but 10 and 7.
Oh, wow. Do they know how cool their mom is? Like, do they get it?
Yeah, they know.
Look, they know.
They say, my mom was in the Olympics. So.
Period. Because everybody can't say that about their mom.
Yeah.
My mom was at home. My mom was at work. Dang. Okay, so let's get into like life now, right? Mm-hmm. Before we get into life now, how did you find balance though? Like, well, I guess it wasn't really no balance to find because it wasn't like it was no friends, no. Damn.
I never went out of town leisurely, like out of the country until I retired.
Okay.
I ain't had nobody go with.
So when you had somebody to go with,
let's go. So I was like, all right, let's go. So now I travel more for leisure than I ever did when I was competing. All of those stamps in my passport prior was for work.
I mean, but looking at it from the perspective of you deserve it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
for sure.
You worked your booty off, like for real, to get to where you are. Okay, so let's get into life now. So you're a mom, 2 boys. Do they run track?
They tried it, and my oldest actually made it to the Junior Olympics. He was just like me. He was doing it for a month and made it to the Junior Olympics. And I was like, boy, you taking us too fast. Let's not. But then he was like, he's a new kid. So he's like, oh, it's hot. I don't really know if I want to go. It was in Houston. And he said, I don't know if I want to go to the Junior Olympics, Mom, because he plays football as well. So he had just finished 7-on-7. He went right into track. And he was like, I actually want to sit down somewhere. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. We ain't got to go. You have plenty more opportunities to go.
Yes.
And I didn't feel like he was ready. I know, like, this sport and going to the Junior Olympics with these kids who've been running since they were 5-6 years old. Yeah. I'm like, this finna be different.
So and that was a question that I was going to ask you too, leading into like being a mom and but also being a former great athlete, right? Are you supposed to tell your children that they're not as good as the other kids?
I don't.
Okay.
I'm definitely that parent that like, you him, for sure you him. And you need to know that, but you can't be nothing without them books, and you can't be nothing with a poor work ethic. So I'm one of those ones, it's like, if you're going to go out here, you're going to play around, I'll sit you down.
Period.
So, no, we make them understand that it's a lot of responsibility that come with that talent. And if I didn't ever get to a point where I thought I was too good to get out there and work hard, I was doing 2 of those in high school. So if you think that just because you're good, that you can just show up to practice and, you can do whatever you want and all of that, like, nah, we'll sit you down before you do that.
Period, baby. Because what you're not going to do is disrespect the name.
I'm telling you, so.
Understood.
Yeah. So he understands. You got to be a good teammate. You play a team sport. You got to be a good teammate. They got to be able to depend on you.
That's true. And then coming from the background that you had, you can definitely encourage them to be a good teammate.
Please be a good teammate. Be dependable. Because he good. Like, I'll show you some stuff later, but my son he really is good to the point where, they start their recruiting kids for the teams early. So he driving 1.5 hours to another team that asked him to play for them. So he is good, but I mean, he here with me chilling right now because, baby, it ain't never that serious. So.
Yeah. I love that, though, because a lot of the times I feel like parents, they so badly want to live through their children to where they push things on their children that the children don't necessarily want.
Correct.
So it's like, it's really refreshing to hear that you're like, baby, be a kid.
I done live my life, boo. Please be a kid.
Yeah.
So, but with NIL and stuff now, it is hard to not say like, all right, you going to junior high? Lock in. You know what I'm saying? So I will say it is kind of one of those. This your last year being a kid for real. Like after this, you gotta lock in. Like you gotta lock in because you can be a millionaire before you even get to high school.
Yes. So what are your thoughts on the NIL stuff?
If I wish they had it when I was in school. Man, I wish they had it. Just kids getting paid off their name and likeness, and then social media, however many followers you got.
You getting paid.
Like, you getting paid
That's true.
for that?
Yeah.
Man, come on. So
Listen.
I support it. I think that, because it still is hard work. Even when it's kids, you got to think, like you asked me, I dedicated all of my summers to track and field from 12 years old. So that takes a lot for a kid to do. So I think all these kids deserve it. If they are putting that work in to be the best, they deserve it. So.
Absolutely. Okay, so how did you land in Charlotte?
My family went there. Now, I was with their dad. We were together for 10 years, but we ended up not being together now. But they like Charlotte, so we're going to stay in Charlotte.
Okay. And then did Queen's University reach out to you? Or?
They did.
Yes.
They saw me at the track actually coaching some guys, and they were like, well, do you do this full time? And I was like, nah, this is just something that I like to do. And they were like, well, would you mind being a part of the staff? And I was like, I don't know about that, because I don't really like having too much structure when it comes to that. Mm-hmm. But it was like, well, it's going to be part-time, and, we'll give you autonomy to, kind of train how you want to train and stuff like that. We just really need a sprint coach. And I was like, okay.
Well, that's good, too, though, that they actually were willing to, like, cater to whatever it was that you wanted to do as far as training. So, yeah.
Yeah. So I do not have nobody over my shoulder. Like, you need to do this, you need to do this.
Yeah, because don't nobody like that. Yeah. That micromanaging stuff. Like, let me do what I know how to do.
Yeah. So it's good. I like it. This is I'm going on my 4th season.
Okay. And like how did the students actually take to you being their coach?
They love it. For the most part, the ones who understand how hard it was for me to get to the level I got to, they just can't believe that they get to see an Olympian every single day. And
that's a blessing. Like, for real, that really is a blessing, because like I said, a lot of y'all ain't talked to no Olympian, let alone been coached by one.
Yeah.
So that's really cool.
They love it. And their parents and everybody, they trust me with them. I will say they find out real quick that my mentality is really, really different. Like, I don't do all the playing. Mm-hmm. So, because I know that's not how you're going to be great in nothing that you do. Like, you can't be playing, you can't want everything for nothing. Like, so just because I'm at a smaller Division I school, sometimes they kind of get relaxed in the, oh, well, she knows that, where she's coaching, she knows what kind of talent she getting. It's like, I don't care what kind of talent I'm getting. I said, I'm training everybody like they D1 because we D1.
Period.
So sometimes it's a lot for them, though. It's a lot for them, but I'm like, but I don't want you to be mediocre, and you should never want nobody to dumb down anything you do just because. Like, I'm going to make you rise to the occasion. So I will say I'm not one of those people. I'm not going to let anybody around me be mediocre.
Baby, because who wants some meat?
Nobody.
Like, for real.
Gas, huh?
Gas.
Not gas. I don't smoke. I don't smoke, y'all. Okay, so do you ever see yourself coming back to coach at Pearl?
Pearl is crazy.
Or Ridgeland, or Jackson State.
I don't see that, but I didn't see myself coaching in general. So, sometimes, like you said, God see different things for you. My boots been on the ground in Mississippi for a really, really long time. And I always said, once my kids get older, I wouldn't mind retiring here, even if I'm not coming back here to coach at a school, but to be somebody that can continue to come back and develop athletes, I would do that.
And then, so we kind of skipped past it. We mentioned it briefly, but we didn't talk about it a lot. Mm-hmm. Your foundation. Mm-hmm. So tell us about your foundation.
It's the Bianca Knight Foundation, and usually every year I would give out $5,000 to in scholarships to kids to go to school with. And it might help with books, it could help with meals, no matter what it is, or I would help a school with equipment, uniforms, whatever it is for their track and field program. Yeah, so it's for the underserved community. So, not schools that already have what they need, but just schools that do not
Northwest
have what
Rankin
they need.
and
right. They were
Ridgeland, and I feel that.
Yeah.
Let's put the focus on where it's needed. Okay, well, what else do you have going on or coming up within like the next couple of days or weeks or whatever with you being here?
Okay, well, tomorrow and Friday, I'll be at Jackson State from 10 to 2 with my speed clinic with me and some other Olympians to come hang out with the kids, and we're going to develop them. And We got Bianca coming down. She gonna get us some watermelon.
Not organic.
Yeah.
Bree.
So I think it's really, really good. A lot of people this year kind of pitched in the community, like Low and Slow gonna bring some food tomorrow.
Is it some ribs?
Low and Slow should be a little real.
That sounds good.
Yeah. So and we got chiropractor from Copaya Family Chiropractor coming out. We got other people coming to just talk and just pour into the kids, and I'm gonna give them some shirts. They're gonna get some autographed batons and all the things.
That's
like that
really cool. Oh wow, that's really cool to give them a baton with your name on it. Y'all kids can't say they got that either.
Yeah.
Like, girl, yes. Okay, and then if you can leave our viewers or like anyone with something positive, what would it be?
Trust the process. Everything is a process. I know, like you said, you can look ahead sometimes and see where you want to be, but you can't forget that there's things you have to do to get there, though. Everybody got wants, but it's like, are you going to do what it takes to do the one? Don't do it scared. The only way you're going to know is if you do it. But you know for sure it ain't going to get done if you don't do it, but you don't know what it's going to look like if you just try. So,
listen. Y'all heard it here, okay? Do it. Do it scared. Just do it. Okay? Thank y'all for tuning in. See y'all another day. Bye.